Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Again, I do apologize for my voice, still getting over being pretty sick here, so I'm sorry if I sound extra weird today. Hopefully it's not too much of a distraction from the content at hand, because what we're focused on today is the end of season 1. Of course, we are into the new year now. We are looking towards season 2 in Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2. First things first, when is season 2? When is the end of season 1? As of right now, the only surefire thing that we have that tells us when the season is ending is the Battle Pass countdown timer, and currently that is set to expire on February 1st, or technically the very end of January, right? So presumably February 1st, that Wednesday, which would line up with all the other seasonal launches and mid-season launches, that's going to be the first full launch day of season 2 for MW2, Warzone 2, and DMZ. It'll go live in all those games at the same time, obviously, because technically it's all underneath the same app this year. It's not like Vanguard, how that was one app and then Warzone was one app last year, where Vanguard would always get the update a day earlier. That won't be the case this year. It'll all go live at the same time for all those modes. Now, unfortunately, there is still obviously a significant amount of time before the end of season 1 actually happens and season 2 is live. We got a couple of weeks between now and then, and it's a very strange ending to this season. It almost feels like season 1 is 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks too long, right? I get why they did it. It's because they had the Thanksgiving break and the holiday break right in the middle of the season, basically. So they didn't want to, have too much time where they were away and not enough time back at the office to prep things for season 2 and make sure everything launches smoothly there. So I sort of get why we have this now sort of drought period, or this dead period, if you will, where we don't have much going on. That said, this isn't going to be, 3 weeks of nothingness. There is still going to be some updates here. I would expect some, bug fix updates, some gameplay updates. I just don't think we're going to see much in terms of overall content. But overall, what we should expect to see here in the final few weeks for the end of season 1, there's actually a couple of different things here that are pretty standard when it comes to the end of the season checklist, if you will, right? So first up, like I said, I do think we're going to see some new updates here pretty soon. The devs are back in office, and obviously no particular game right now is running all that great. Modern Warfare 2 has issues. Warzone 2 has issues. DMZ has issues. So I would fully expect them to start checking things off of the Trello boards, basically. Each one of them for Warzone and for Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer are full of issues. We look at the Warzone one in particular here. We have things dating back to the Warzone 2 launch that are still not fixed, with the play again button still not being active, the after action report still being super inaccurate, operator executions glitching and going back to the default one and not letting you use any of your custom ones, lasers being completely disabled in the third-person modes for multiplayer and for Warzone. So I would fully expect them to start going through the Trello board here while they aren't pumping out actual content and fixing the various issues that are currently, scattered all across the game between all modes. Obviously, those are just a couple of issues. Like I said, the Trello boards are full of stuff, and that's not even everything that's going on at the game. The Trello board is just a slight preview into all the fixes and stuff that they are aware of and that they're working on. But yeah, I would expect to see a lot of quality of life updates, a lot of fixing and gameplay updates like that to happen during this down period, just because the game is needing to be in a state where, come season 2, when we finally get some new content for all modes, it's not going to be an update that just breaks the game even more because of all the issues that were still going on beforehand. You know what I'm saying? So I'm expecting a lot of updates there. And as they happen, of course, I'll be sure to keep you guys updated. If you guys want to guarantee you always are up to date with the latest news, updates, class setups, all that stuff, feel free to hit that subscribe button. Join us on the road to 1 million subs. Also, if you guys enjoy this video, let me know by dropping a like on it as well. Let's try and aim for 2,000 likes. Also, while we are on the topic of updates, by the way, stability updates. For what it's worth, basically every single time we see a hotfix update that gives you the whole game requires restart thing, or anytime we see an actual title update that has a full-on download, they are adding in stability fixes and, other stability stuff to make the game perform better, optimization and all sorts of stuff like that. They don't always talk about it because it is something that happens so regularly, but still. Obviously, the game has a lot of stability issues, again, across all modes, DMZ crashing and losing all your stuff because the game is just at fault there. You don't get any favors from that. You'll lose all your gear. Warzone 2, you lose your nuke streaks, right, because the game crashes or you lag out. Multiplayer, you're playing on 25% packet loss on 200 ping. There's stability issues left, right, and center. There's no getting around that. So I'm also fully expecting a few more stability updates here in preparation for season 2 as well. Then we move on into some of the more standard stuff for the end of the season, right? This stuff is pretty basic. We saw it countless times last year, the year before that, the year before that, the year before that, right? So as we approach the end, maybe the final 2 weekends, I would say, I'm fully expecting a couple of different XP events to go live for the season across all modes. We're talking some double XP and some double weapon XP maybe. That way players can get to rank 250 before the end of the season. Obviously that's the level cap for season 1. So usually towards the end of the season, they do like to give players that boost so that they can hit that level cap. Also, some double battle pass XP as well. This is always a big one and pretty much always happens at the end of every single season because obviously they want players to go through and complete their, seasonal battle pass, because that content in the season 1 pass outside of the weapons, which will probably get changed over to new challenges for season 2, none of that stuff is going to be available once season 2 drops. So if you don't complete your pass, you're not going to be able to earn any of that content in the future. So they'll definitely probably be throwing in some double battle pass XP and other XP bonuses here over a couple of weekends here coming up soon. And then finally, of course, with season 2 on the horizon, in the final few days of season 1, we are going to start to see some season 2 teasers. This is, of course, another standard one, but it is something that's going to build a lot of hype for the new season, especially with what could potentially be dropping in this new season. Later on this week, most likely, we're going to go through and I'm going to break down everything that we have either leaked, rumored, or confirmed for season 2. So if you want to get all the information for that season in one place, stay tuned for that video here in a couple of days. But if we end up getting the resurgence map, like a lot of the leaks and rumors are saying, we'll get some teases for that within Warzone most likely. We'll start to see some teasers for the overall theme with Ronin potentially as that leaked operator, as we've talked about, potentially the weapons as well with the rumored shotgun, the crossbow, maybe even the raid coming up as well, since we know that's going to be a thing with basically every single season as well. So all the season 2 teasers will kick off here in the next couple of weeks or so. We'll end up getting probably a couple of different videos, actual like mini trailers, if you will, or teaser trailers. Then we'll actually get the full-on roadmap with all the content coming, at least in the first half of season 2, leading up to the season 2 reloaded update much further down the road. So it's going to be an interesting couple of weeks, to say the least, just because we don't have much confirmed content. We don't have any confirmed content, but we do know we're going to see stuff happening in game across all modes regardless. As we do see any new surprise updates go live with any patch notes, any changes, anything like that, I'll be sure to keep you guys updated. So stick it here for that alongside everything else going on in the world of Call of Duty. News, updates, class setups, tips, you name it, you're going to find it right here. Also, if you guys enjoyed this video, let me know by dropping a like on it as well. But that's going to wrap things up for this one. As always, if you want to check out any of my partners, be sure to use code IMMORTAL for a discount on all Scuff, G Fuel, Gamer Advantage, and Control Freak products. And the links for all those can be found down in the description below. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.